Good morning, everybody. Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is May 7th, 2025, and I want to talk to you about the Indian-Pakistan war that has begun. And the operation that has begun has a name. It's called Operation Sindoor. Operation Sindoor. And I want to explain to you the meaning of Sindoor. And I also want to share the understanding of the day that we are in right now and how this all applies to a 7-day warning according to the times of Noah. Okay. Operation Sindoor is the code name for a series of Indian military strikes launched on May 7th, 2025. Okay. According to us, this began on May 6th. But it was actually in the early morning hours of May 7th in India and Pakistan. Okay, so local time, this operation began on May 7th. This was launched against targets in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The operation was a direct response to the Pahalgam terrorist attack on 22nd April 2025, where 26 civilians, primarily Hindu tourists, were killed in Jammu and Kashmir. India attributed the attack to Pakistan-based militant groups, prompting the initiation of Operation Sindoor. Okay, now why the name Operation Sindoor? The operation's name, Sindoor, holds symbolic significance. In Hindu culture, Sindoor is a red powder applied by married women along the parting of the hair, symbolizing marital status and the well-being of their husbands. The Pahalgam attack specifically targeted Hindu men, leaving many women widowed. By naming the operation Sindoor, India underscored the personal and cultural impact of the attack, highlighting the loss suffered by the widows. Okay, so Operation Sindoor has to do with a red powder used by married women. Okay? Red wedding. It's a red wedding. This was specifically named to highlight the loss suffered by the widows. Okay? Operation Sindoor. Now within this, we also have the word door. Okay? Door. Operation Sindoor. And on May 7th, this is the exact day on the Hebrew calendar that Noah went into the ark and the door was closed. Okay, so when we talk about the red wedding that happened in the Game of Thrones and the red wedding that Barack Obama mentioned, and I can't find anything specific about the day counts and all of that, but what we have is this whole idea, okay, the whole idea of a red wedding. The first thing that we see in the Game of Thrones, this episode of the red wedding, is that they put guards at the doors and everybody was locked in, okay? They put guards at the doors and everybody was locked in, and then everybody inside the room who was an enemy of the state was slaughtered. Okay? Now, when Barack Obama used this term in a speech, which was actually on April 30th, 2016 at a correspondence dinner, he used this term that they should bar the gates, bar the doors, and we're going to do this right here, right now. We're going to slaughter everyone, all of the enemies. We're going to get everybody together and slaughter all of our enemies. Okay, this is a huge moment that was just like, why would he say this? Why would this even be brought up by an American president? Right? Well, this idea is connected to a wedding. It's connected to the slaughter, but it's also connected to shutting the door. Okay, shutting the door. Okay, so Operation Sindoor is directly connected to the color red. It's connected to weddings. And within the name, Sindoor is the word door. So this whole idea is also being played out in Rome right now. This whole idea of the door being closed, with the conclave beginning today, May 7th. They're all shut up in a room under lock and key. The word conclave means together. Under lock and key, clave is the word for key. And so they're shut in under lock and key, and they're not coming out until they have a new pope. And this whole idea with the red wedding is the same idea of shutting the door, and no one's going to be able to get out. No one's going to be able to get away. No one's going to be able to escape. Okay? So I think this is a very powerful sign today, May 7th. I mean, it was in the news from yesterday, but we have to understand that according to local time, this was May 7th. So this is the exact day on the Hebrew calendar that the door was shut, May 7th, 7 days before May 14th. May 14th in the evening is going to be the day of the flood. Okay, Operation Sindoor, Operation Red Wedding. The door is closed. The day on the Hebrew calendar, 7 days before the flood, May 14th going into May 15th, 2025. So I just wanted to break this down for you and give you this explanation. I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.